Okay guys, so we are about to try our first stab at doing a podcast. Okay.
Question, so people have the ability to watch the video and
Yeah.
the podcast at the same time? Listen to the podcast? Or
They
is it two
wouldn't.
separate things?
Two separate things.
Oh.
So if they were like driving in their car, they could listen to the podcast, or if they subscribe to that Chick Angel TV, they could watch.
Okay.
So it gives them the option of when they're watching and where.
All right.
So they'll get a
So-
little. Go ahead.
So it's kind of like radio back in the day. Like, when do people have time to sit down and listen?
In their car. That's when I listen to podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not supposed to be watching a visual, so
Yeah, I know that. I'm
yeah.
just saying. All right. I guess.
People subscribe to podcasts.
I know that.
Oh, okay. Because you were saying when do they have time? I'm like,
And they didn't tell me when they had time. I just know people do it and subscribe to it.
in their cars. I think is when most people do it, or when they're like doing dishes or something.
You people in your social media.
All right. So hopefully we'll give them. So if they're watching this on our channel, they're getting this. They're not going to get this in the podcast, and we'll hopefully give them something in the podcast that they're not going to see on the channel.
All right. You just cheating people one way or another, huh?
No,
You are part of the system.
I'm giving
and
them a
part of
little
the
bit of
problem.
something everywhere, in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Praise
Glasses
him.
always half full.
Whatever. All right, so y'all pray for us that this goes well, this first rigmarole. All right, you ready, babe?
I'm always ready. Stay ready.
Okay.
It's true.
Okay.
You never have to get ready if you stay ready.
Oh, real quick, this is how it'll go. We'll do the intro, call to action. I'll bring up, this first one since I'm hosting, I'll bring up the topic of the day. We don't have any social media questions that I know of. So we'll just answer the questions, and then I'll do the call to action and then the outro. Call to action is just asking people to subscribe and all that.
Yeah, I was about to say, when you gonna tell me what that is?
When you ask them to subscribe, share, and all that stuff.
Fish out of water, boy, I tell you.
But you're a big old fish. We're going to
Amphibious.
kill you in
Water
nature.
and land.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the very first installation of Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? I am one of your hosts, Angel Akita Moore Tanksley of That Chick Angel TV, and I'll let my co-host introduce himself.
Marcus Tanksley, aka Big Marcus, aka Tank, aka Inevitably Successful.
Oh, I didn't know that existed. Okay,
Yeah, it
I
used
like
to be
it.
my screensaver
Oh.
on my laptop at work.
Marcus and I are married. We are husband and wife. We've been married for how long?
8 years,
Ooh,
going on 9.
With the pause, though.
Oh, I know you're not talking.
Yes, I have paused.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Yes,
For
yes.
more than 5 seconds.
Or whatever. We have
Count it.
3 kids. We have 3 boys. Marcus and twins, Sai and Kai. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about us. And we're
I mean,
from Kentucky.
I was like, you tell me.
No, we don't
Don't
have
spring
any
nothing like that on me.
And surprise, first podcast.
Knocking all of this over.
We are both from Kentucky, and we moved to California. I moved out here first for grad school, and then he came out here.
Yeah, I was an electrician in Kentucky at the time, and I'm like, I can do what I do anywhere. So came on to California to help support her and her ambitions.
Yes, so sweet of him.
Ain't I sweet?
He is. You are. Thank you so much for doing that. So
I rub it in her face every time I get a chance.
yes, it's irritating.
You realize how big my house could be in Kentucky? But you got me out here with these people.
Whatever. Anyway, so I'm an actress and a vlogger, and Marcus, he works in regular America.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So we decided after doing enough family vlogs that this was something, well, I presented it to him and he somehow agreed. Shockingly so. I'm still shocked.
Right. I gotta give the people what they want. You know, enough people asked me that said they.
Jesus.
I'm joking.
But yeah, we decided to do this podcast. And then, so the name, Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? Somebody gave us the idea. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the idea.
Sarah, yeah.
Because we love it.
We kept putting our names. We kept trying to include our name in it. And after repeating it for a couple of days, all these different names, it just sounded corny after a while.
Yeah.
And we went on to asking people, and we were thinking inside the box. And finally, Sarah just rambled off about 3 paragraphs of different titles, and one was, "Is this going to cause an argument?" And I was like, you know what? That's how I enter most of our conversations.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm like, she'll ask me a question. I'm like, this ain't gonna end well.
Oh,
Nah,
right.
yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. So this is my thought behind it. 15 minutes later, like, why the hell did I open my mouth?
So I wrote down some reasons on why I thought the title worked for us. One, Marcus and I, we argue a lot, and we argue wherever we are. I don't think we really have a decorum when it comes to let's not argue here. I mean,
Yeah, not in front of people. The reason for that is we don't have bad arguments. Like, we'll bicker back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, and most people, probably 98% of the time, anyone watching us argue will end up laughing because we're just picking on each other.
Yeah, and even when the
trying to push each other's buttons.
Even when the argument gets serious, I don't think hit below the belt. Like, I don't think Marcus would ever purposely hurt my feelings. He has hurt my feelings in arguments, but I know he's never done it purposefully.
Yeah, she sets on it for 3 days and we're like, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad for the next week.
Well, I mean, it happens. It happens. Marcus, in my family, my mother really didn't allow me and my sisters to argue. Marcus and his parents will argue in front of each other. So Marcus has grown up around.
Yeah, I didn't argue with my parents. My parents
argue with each other,
and it puts me in tears because it's funny.
It is.
I need to start recording some of those arguments because it's hilarious. They have to stop and start laughing.
Yeah, so he's got the I guess the technique of argument down pat. He learned from some of the best, some of the greatest.
I can hold my own.
Yeah, he can. And the last part, I think, which is most important, is that we don't really care what other people think of our relationship. That's one reason why I think we don't feel like we have to present this like cute, very well wrapped relationship for people. We are okay with the fact that people see that we don't always agree on stuff.
Absolutely. And I know people that put on it's obvious that they put on their persona, which is fine, if that's how they structure their relationship. But us, we're just like, we are what we are who we are.
Yeah.
And I can walk around anybody and have the confidence, well, our relationship is most likely better than yours. So.
No, I don't compare our relationship.
No, I don't compare it, but I know we don't have a bad relationship.
No,
so
yeah. So, I mean,
the ugly moments people see is just like, yeah, it's probably as ugly as it gets.
Yeah. So I'm okay when people know he's getting on my nerves or vice versa. I'll be like, yeah, I done pissed him off. Okay.
Yeah. They're like, what's going on? Oh, yeah, Angel's heated at me.
Yeah.
She ain't even talking. It's bad this time, y'all.
So is this going to cause an argument? I feel like it really encompasses how I remember my mother, not to cut off my thought, but I did. My mother used to be like, I wish y'all would talk nicer to each other because she was here a lot. Ooh.
Yeah.
I just said ooh because I can hear myself in both ears now. It finally works.
That's short.
But my mother used to always be like, I wish you all would talk nicer to each other. And it was just like, but we're okay. We're not.
Yeah, we good.
We are all right. We are not really mad at each other. We might be a little peeved, but we're okay. So yeah.
And we do hit below the belt, but it's always jokes.
Yeah, when we're hitting below the belt, it's not like
it's not like
I'm trying to crush you, because I know my husband could crush me in an argument to the point of, by the time I build myself back up, I'm going for this man's throat. But luckily, I can trust him not to do that.
Oh, I'm looking at you like, what?
You could crush. I believe it. One, because I feel like I'm completely open with him, so he knows all.
I'm looking at her like I'm trying to get some insight on this.
He knows all the buttons to push if he wanted to.
That's with anybody though.
Me down. No, I think more.
I know. Well, I know you more.
That's what I'm saying, and I trust you. Like I don't hold back certain stuff with you. I allow you to have all of my flaws, everything, all my sensitivities, so that you could use it against me.
Yeah, see,
luckily you don't.
I'm a steel cage. I don't let nothing out.
I can't remember the last time I hurt my husband's feelings. I don't think I ever have. Have I ever hurt your feelings?
I'm sure you have. I'm like most men. I'm an egg. I have a hard shell, but once you crack me, I'm broke.
I don't know when I've ever broke you, so.
Yeah, I'm lying. Nah, I'm sure you have, but.
He ain't never let me know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know how to make him feel a certain way, but I don't think I've ever, hurt your feelings. If I have,
I've hurt your feelings.
Oh God, yes.
Just making me I'm always.
No, but I wear my feelings a little more out than you do.
You see that podcast on YouTube? How she does me?
Whatever. So before we get into our topic of the day, I just.
By the way, we already argued about this whole thing yesterday, not this conversation.
Yeah.
But doing the podcast, like we haven't worked together. I'm like, we probably shouldn't.
Help us, Jesus. Help us, Lord. So before we jump into the topic of the day, I just want to remind you all to subscribe to our podcast. We'll be uploading weekly, and as well subscribe to my YouTube channel, That Chick Angel TV. It's a family. It's a family vlogging channel, as well as I do some other things.
Flamboyant? What?
Hush your mouth. I do some occasionally some hair tutorials, DIYs, but mostly family vlogging because it's the easiest for me to edit. So
I vlog a little bit too, y'all. Just a little bit.
Yeah, he's getting into it. He's starting to like it a little bit.
Yeah, she has to edit so much of my stuff out though because I'm a little edgy.
The podcast will probably be the same way. So please subscribe to
We
both.
should keep a clock on the wall so people be like, oh, she edited that. You see that?
Yeah, you had to cut that out. So today's topic, we'll be talking about Valentine's Day and stuff of that nature. But before we go into that, for those of you all who are new to us, who don't know us through either my channel or whatever else.
You just know me from the club.
I'm going to give you
that's him.
a little more background story on our relationship before we start talking about Valentine's Day stuff. So, as Marcus said, we've been married for 8.5 years, going on 9. And we started dating back in 2004.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember yeah.
I was roommates with his sister going right out of college because we both went to the University of Kentucky, and I became roommates after we graduated, and then I moved out to California for grad school. And one of my visits back home, even though me and him had done a little bit of flirting prior to that.
Yeah, she was in a relationship, and I was like, challenge.
Yeah, he was cute. He thought I was cute. So we flirted a little bit, but I'm a good girl. I don't date other people when I'm dating someone.
Hey.
And he was
to me, I was like, hey, I do what hey. He better stay on his P's and Q's.
Anyways, one of my visits. Did that make you laugh?
No, I almost went further with it, but I'm
Thank God. Jesus. So anyways, that relationship.
You get something to edit out.
That relationship ended when I moved to California, and one day when I went back home for not one day, it was what was it, summer break. I went home for a visit, and I ran into him and his family. Well, I ran into his family, and he found out I was there, and he came out to see me.
Well, it wasn't that I found out she was there. It was, hey, you remember my roommate Angel? Yeah, she asked about you. We up here at Cracker Barrel.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. I ain't gonna see. That's gonna call another. All right. See.
No, I could have asked about you because I think your sister had already told me you had asked for my phone number, and I was like, "Did you give it to him?" And she was like, "Oh, I didn't know if you." Yes, you can.
No,
check
I ain't saying you don't.
Well, no, I could see the looking.
No, see, that's the problem. No.
I see the looking face like, did I? Did you?
I don't remember.
So, anyways, we went out on a date while I was there. And it really went well, and
she was sprung, yeah.
Whatever.
Had her nose wide open.
There's more details that I definitely plan on sharing for an episode where that's all the episode is about our story. But anyways, back in 2004 is when we started dating, and then in 2006, after I graduated from grad school in Orange County, Marcus moved out to LA,
Cali.
And he proposed to me right before he came out here. Then we got married in 2007.
Yep.
No rest.
Then, in 2008, she forgot to take her birth control pill.
And got pregnant.
And in 2009, we had little Marcus.
There you go. That's how it works. Those are the birds and the bees. Those are the real birds and the bees. Forget to take that pill.
Simple. I don't know how y'all...
Well, you know what? You idiot. Okay, so Marcus, if you could rate our relationship from a 1 to a 10, what would you give it and why?
Yeah. Nah, I can't give it one solid.
Come on.
I give it a 10.
You give it a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me why.
9.5 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me why.
Like for reasons we just talked about earlier, it's like I've never been an argumentative person. Like even in past relationships, like I don't argue. You want to argue? I'll holler at you later. Like, don't even deuces. But on top of that, and with that said, we generally have a really good relationship. It's nothing that I can really complain about, other than the stuff of normal living with somebody and being married. You know, the little stuff.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I mean, I got my notebook. I got the little stuff. But yeah, we can easily talk to each other for the most part. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of what would make it better. I mean, I can, but
yeah,
that would cause an argument.
Shut up. No, I would give us a 9, and I would give us a 9. Oh, and I forgot to say this earlier. Let me apologize for any like random sounds that you hear. We're recording this. If you can't see this, we're recording this in our dining room area. So we have dogs outside. We have babies. So if you hear,
well, I guess it is considered dining room.
Yeah, it's the dining room / living room.
It's on the north wing
Ha!
of the house.
The only wing of the house. So I apologize for any crazy
random
noises.
Yeah, dogs barking and kids running in and out.
But I would give us a 9, and I would only give us a 9, and I say we'll always probably stay at a 9 because we are constantly growing and our relationship evolves, and I think 9 is the best place to have it because it always gives us
a
technical. I don't think I can. We don't know if we just had a technical what that was. Anyways, the
camera just said y'all boring. I'm done.
So we had to pause it a little bit. All right, so let's pick this up. Okay, what is your favorite non-physical, just overall thing about me?
Your personality and how people are attracted to it.
Oh, why do you think people are attracted to my personality? I didn't think that you thought people were attracted to my personality.
Because they are. You have an attractive personality. Like, I mean, we both have attractive personalities. Like, people usually draw toward us. Regardless of how much of an asshole I may seem on some of the vlogs. Yeah, like I've noticed that, just not that I compare myself to other people, but when I'm out or when you're out, how anybody can open up, they can kind of sense mostly with you, but not with me, but they can usually sense that they can just open up a conversation with us. Like, how many random people have you found yourself in conversation with?
Yeah. I agree.
Just last night I had a motorcycle gang approach me and hold conversation like, "Hey man, why don't you start hanging out with us?" I was like, "Alright." You a cool dude. I was like, "This is weird." Alright, whatever.
Alright. Okay, if you want me to. My favorite thing about you is that you're hysterical. I think my husband is one of the funniest people. Now granted, sometimes I don't think when he thinks he's funny, he's funny. There are a lot of times where he thinks he's hilarious and he's not, to me. But when he's not trying, this man has me in stitches. And one of my favorite things to do is to laugh. Like, I love laughing. I love finding the humor in life, and I find humor in most things. So it's nice to have somebody that can make moments that might not even be humorous funny as all.
Yeah, that's interesting because I've always thought I was funny. I never thought other people found me funny, and I don't aim to be funny for other people. It just, when I say something and I think it's funny, I laugh.
Yeah, and those are the times that he's usually not.
Yeah, because I get it in my own head because I already went through the thoughts, and I'm laughing like, I know y'all don't get this, but this is hilarious to me.
Yeah, he'll get on a roll with himself, and I'm like, yeah.
I never thought other people found me funny.
Yeah, he has a very witty banter that usually has me dying. So I love that about him. And then it makes me, as a comedian, when I write jokes, if I can get just the smallest little chuckle out of him, I know it's going to slay. Because
yeah, I don't.
He has most of the time he has, I think, he's hard to break when it comes laughing. But I feel like I break him a lot, so that makes me feel good about my style of comedy. Would you agree? No?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, what's the most irritating thing about me?
Ooh, yeah, that's a loaded question right there.
Talking to the mic.
That's a loaded question right there, Sis.
I think so. You have to breathe.
Thank you for coming to Midnight Love. The most annoying is, it's hard for me to remove the self from the physical, like the way the house stays.
So if that's what it is,
no.
give it to me.
Most annoying thing I would have to say is you're stubborn. You can be stubborn with certain things.
Okay.
Like whether it's not like just all around, but like with certain things when you feel you're right, regardless of even if you don't feel you're right, if you're just gonna hold your ground, you would not budge from it.
I would have never thought that I was stubborn, but you say that I'm stubborn all the time, so I'll let you feel that way about me. Okay.
You ain't got no choice.
I will let you. No, if I'm stubborn, I will not let you. Mm-hmm. The most irritating thing about you to me is that
this is probably something I ain't never heard before. Let's see it.
No, you've heard it. You've definitely heard it. He can be a little bit of a negative Nancy, and so he fusses a lot.
Oh yeah.
He fusses, and he gets it. Honestly, his father is a fusser.
Yeah, it ain't nothing I'm proud of either.
And so what's so irritating about it is that because he's very willing to talk about the negative things that he doesn't like, where he sometimes is very closed mouth about the things he likes, especially when it comes to me. Like,
less is more.
What? That makes that is so doesn't fit what we're talking about.
Absolutely. If I don't say nothing like, oh, this is great, he's loving this.
No. Especially since my love language is words of affirmation, I like to be told that I'm doing a good job, or
you're doing a real good job right now.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate that.
You are. Let me get this letter.
Yeah, I like to be told I'm doing a good job, or that I look nice, and he's not quick to say things like that, but he is quick, I tell you what, to either show in his face that he doesn't like something, or just to say it, and that can be very irritating. But it's all right.
Whatever.
I'm
gonna let you feel like it, even though I don't agree. I'm just gonna let you this time.
I'll take it though. Look, as long as you're faithful, I'll take you faithful and you not beating me.
About that. No.
Podcast.
I punched you last night in your sleep. No.
Okay, so let's jump into our topic of the day. So Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is coming up. It's February. Yeah. And
Woman's second Christmas.
It can be. It depends on who you're dating. If it's her second Christmas, it might not be. And some people hate Valentine's Day. I think this is probably one of those holidays that people either love or hate. I don't know. I guess there are people that are indifferent. I mean, because I feel like I'm indifferent about Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm just like, whatever.
And luckily, you typically get me gifts every year, so I do have something to look forward to. But I guess from previous relationships, it's never been like a thing where I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm about to cash in on something. So, Marcus.
Yeah.
With that being said, what is the best and worst gift you've ever given or received for Valentine's?
The best gift I've ever received, I'm sure it's something from you.
And I can't remember the stuff I've given.
Me either. I have no idea what I've given you over the years. I know it's always flowers, a card, and some type of gift. You
wrote me a poem one year, which will probably be one of the best that you've given
me. Yeah, the poem was gangster.
Even though, let me tell you what it would have made it better if it didn't seem like you had just went to your car, which you did, and wrote it up.
Yeah, that was after we had a little more, because I ain't got time to be going out Valentine's Day shopping stuff. It was like, woke up like, or you went to work that Friday and Valentine's Day was on a Saturday. It's like you get up like, what can I do right out here? I got a pen in my truck. Let me go.
Whereas, okay, so like he got me a push gift for the twins, and he got I lost a diamond in one of my rings. It fell out, one of my wedding bands, yeah. And he took, and because of my fingers were too fat to be able to wear the rings, he took and got the diamond replaced and got it what is it called? Refinished.
Polished.
So
dipped and all that.
I know.
She had no idea.
I had no idea.
I knew she wouldn't, because the ring had been sitting.
Yeah, because I couldn't wear it.
For a couple of weeks, and I was like, this is what I'll do. Yeah,
so I know that took time and preparation. So I do really appreciate gifts that I realize you had to plan in advance. So the only thing that would have made the poem better is if there was some planning in advance, meaning it was printed out and framed or something. Then I know he actually thought before he pulled up.
Yeah, but those words were on point.
It was beautiful. It really, really was. And the jewelry you get me is typically really, really nice. Like I feel like your Valentine's Day jewelry is more of my style than even the Christmas jewelry that you get me.
Because it's cheaper.
Oh, you trying to call me?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, you don't care nothing about the price of jewelry. Like, that's why usually when I get you, like, sometimes for anniversary, because you said you always said you don't care about like the diamonds and like the real expensive stuff as long as it's pretty. So usually when I get you the inexpensive stuff, it'll be like an overwhelming amount, and it's still the same price as like a bracelet or a ring or something.
Well, I don't get to wear the stuff that he gives me for Christmas is usually like really, really, really special jewelry where I need to have my hair up and I need to be dressed a certain way. And how many occasions do I have that?
The anniversary gift, like I got you that tennis bracelet. I'm like, this is for everyday wear. I don't care how much it costs as a tennis bracelet. You deserve to wear. So I told you that. I said this is to wear every single day.
I'm sorry, I forgot that already. I did not realize you said that. I'll start wearing it every day because I do love that tennis bracelet. But I always try to wait for special occasions to put on my diamonds from you. I do.
All right.
Okay.
I ain't mad.
What's the worst gift? Can you think of a worst gift?
No.
I can tell you the worst gift I gave him. Our first Christmas together. It wasn't Valentine's Day. I can't even remember. Like
you said Valentine's Day.
I know. I can't remember.
Because I got a worse Christmas gift.
I got him a shirt and a gift certificate to Krispy Kreme. I can't even. I was so devastated by how horrible the gift turned out. And this was our first Christmas together. But he doesn't give many clues of what to get him. And he has expensive taste. And
yeah, I do.
And sometimes I just don't want to drop that many coins. It's just like, goodness gracious, sir.
My love language is what's it called?
You like to give gifts.
I like to give gifts.
That's not so much how he likes to receive. He likes touch. I feel like.
Yeah, but I like gifts.
You do? You like gifts?
Yeah, I like gifts.
He gets spoiled.
I'm spoiled.
I'm spoiled too. That was not to negate what look. Don't get on the.
Read the paper.
Get off. Okay, so give for the female listeners, give them some really good gift ideas for their guy.
Just in general?
Yeah, in general, or a way to get a good gift. Like if you want to be more specific, how can they figure out how to be more specific in the right way?
Yeah, men like things that are practical. So something that will make what he does or his life or something involved in his life easier to do. Whether it's just in general life, he's an attorney or a lawyer, get him a organized briefcase, something to make his life easier. But if it's not that complex, men like toys.
I was about to say
anything that they're into, on the side. Some men just like to tinker. I know one guy, his wife just got him a drone, a flying drone or whatever, and and he loves it.
I got you one.
You did not me. This is like last year sometime.
Okay, but I'm saying
No, you did give me a drone.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and I like it.
Okay, I was like you said one guy.
Me, I like to I like using my hands. So on the side, if I'm not just doing something at the house, I got Marcus. He's into the RC thing, so got him remote control cars, and I'm not gonna front. I got me remote control cars, so I can play with him. Granted, mine are on a whole different level, but so yeah, just get me either like practicality or toys, whatever that may be. When I say toys, I don't mean just something they could play with, but like, it's always cliche. You can always get him tools. If he works with his hands. If he doesn't work with his hands, whatever he may be into, men just like things to do. Men like things to do when they're not doing anything, when they don't have to think. They don't want to think about doing something. They just want to relax. Get them something that they would enjoy doing then. Yeah.
So my suggestion for the ladies, not gift-wise, is figure out what their love language is and give a gift that goes towards that. So if their love language is gifts, then yeah, you need to get them an actual physical gift. If it's not, if it's what you call it, physical touch, get them a massage, or you give them a massage for Valentine's Day. And yeah, because the thing of it is that if they're not a person that's into gifts, then
right.
I wouldn't get a gift just for the sake of getting a gift. I would get something that they're actually willing to.
Y'all was trying to one-up me on the intellectual.
I'm not trying to one-up you, but I am trying to impart. If these people are going to sit and listen to this 30-minute podcast.
So yeah, it's almost 30 minutes. How long are they usually?
It can be whatever. We're going to try to stick to about 20 minutes, but we had a lot of stuff to cover since it was our first podcast. But yes, stick to what their love language is.
Yeah.
Because since Valentine's is supposed to be all about love and
Right.
and
Well,
give towards that.
That's kind of, a couple of years ago in the office, in my company, you know, most of the people that work there are women, and they asked me, they was like, Marcus, we need a man's perspective. What is the perfect thing to give a husband for Valentine's Day? I said, on Valentine's morning, you wake up and tell him we're not celebrating Valentine's Day.
Ah.
And he would be just fine with that. He would probably say thank you, kiss you, and get you a gift anyway, just for saying, hey, you don't have to go out and find me a standing Target with all the other lost men looking for a card and flowers. And there's some men that like that, but most, they don't. Like, Valentine's Day is just such a sham. It's like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. I mean, if anything,
was it last year? We was like, no, we're not doing that. Was that last year?
It might have been last year.
It was
I was just like, we're good. If anything, I'm good with just if we go out on a date, if we just go eat and go to the movies, because with us having so many kids, it's not like that's something that we get to do too often. So even if it's just that and there's no gift, just being able to, because I still enjoy spending time with him. We haven't gotten to the point where I'm just like, let me get away from this man.
Yeah, absolutely. And take into account that I am talking from being married for 8 years.
Right.
So, you know, in new relationships or dating, that's a different thing altogether. That's just another way to get brownie points with her and her family, or well, not her family, but her friends mainly. That's who you need to impress.
Right, exactly. You do.
So that's a whole different thing. But with married people out there, you probably understand exactly where I'm coming from.
Well, we don't have any Twitter questions to answer, so we're not going to do that section, but we will in other podcasts have a social media answering section where you can leave us questions either on my Twitter account, which is @AngelTheActress, or you can leave them on my Instagram, which is also @AngelTheActress, or I have so many options. My Facebook, which is facebook.com/ThatChickAngelTV. And if you're watching the podcast, you can also leave questions in the comment section of the actual video on YouTube. And please, if you enjoyed it, please share this with other people. Subscribe.
Absolutely.
If you didn't enjoy it, please share it with other people and say, watch this crappy podcast that these two people are doing.
Yeah. And by the way, y'all can reach me when you see me out in public. At Marcus's aura.
And Marcus is standing in front of you right here. All right, so we're going to close this out. Again, thanks so much for tuning in to Is This Going to Cause an Argument? And
thank you guys.
I'm glad this one didn't end in an argument.
Hope you come back. I know.